My biggest motivation is all Russia do to the innocent people and the civilians.
My primary motivation is to support all my brothers and sisters here.
My main motivation for coming here was to help people.
Who have done nothing wrong against Russia.
If you have the right mindset, you're a good person in general, you'll fit in with most teams and you'll do well.
You have to be here to fight for the right reasons.
To work as a team, sticking by each other.
Keep your heads up and keep fighting. My name is Bekettt, I'm 25 years old and I'm from Norway. Before I came to Ukraine, I worked constructions, driving heavy machinery. I have my family and friends in Norway. When I told them that I was going to Ukraine, they were of course worried because I'm going to a war zone. But at the end of the day, they were proud of the decision I made to come and help. Before the war in Ukraine, I had more or less a A4 life. I worked 12 hours a day in construction, went home, rest, and worked, lived with myself and my dog, and that was that until I decided to come here. So I had a couple of friends that was already in the Legion, so they in one way helped me get inside. For me, the Legion is very good. You're not only soldiers fighting together, but you're a big family. Everybody is supporting each other, helping each other out with if it's something you need to learn, something you need help with when you're not at the front, not at working, but at the end of the day, we're a big family working together. So I am a team leader of a team called Delta Knights. We are around 16 soldiers that do everything from light infantry, holding positions, taking positions, harassing positions, and we do everything we're tasked to do. The command in the Legion are very good, very professional. They don't send us out on stupid mission, and they care about the soldiers they have working for them, and they wish the best for us. They give us good mission plannings and everything we need before a mission, and they take good care of us. It's always fun to meet other Ukrainians, because in one way, when they see us, they show that they get more motivated, that they're getting help from foreigners. The communication is sometimes hard because not everybody speaks English, but in one way, when let's say you're at the front, you meet other Ukrainians, you always find a way to communicate and you always understand each other. It's very ups and downs. It depends of the AO you're in. Some soldiers are very good trained. Some of them are just conscript sent out. But at the end of the day, the hardest fight you have is against the FPV and IDF, mortar, artillery, missiles. That's the biggest threat we find in our work. So back home, I didn't have a military contract or anything. So for me, everything is positive. I've learned everything here, developed myself here to make sure everybody's on the same page before you join up with your team, where you train more on how to work together with your team, how they train and how they do it in the field. So the training is very good. The instructors are professionals, and when you join the team, you train on how to work together with the team. It's very ups and downs. You find good soldiers with prior military background, but you also find a lot of good civilians that's here to fight. So it's hard to say what's best for a Legion, because it's not only about their background, but it's about how the person is and for what reasons he's here to help. So specifically for my team, you have to be here to fight for the right reasons. If you're not the best soldier, that is always something we can work on. You have to work together with the team, because we're not only working together in the field, but we're also together when we're off the field. So you have to integrate and get along with the team. That is very important, because at the end of the day, we're a big family, and you have to treat each other like a family. My biggest motivation is all Russia do to the innocent people and the civilians. That was my main reason on coming. My role is I'm a team leader, so I lead my team on the ground on whatever we're tasked to do. Make sure we do the right decisions, and when we're not working, we try to go out to the team, have some team dinners, do some activities that can be everything from training, go for a walk, just have a relaxing night. You always meet new people, and they show you how happy they are that you're here to help, and that helps you get more motivated to keep doing the work you do. Of course, the war is tiring. It's very tiring on your body and your mindset. The most important is that you have good friends and brothers around you that can help you if you feel down or you need someone to sit down to talk to. Everyone is there to help each other in good times and hard times, and that is the most important. Keep your heads up and keep fighting. Together we'll find victory. Keep donating and supporting us for freedom in Ukraine. Keep supporting the right side, and that is Ukraine. You get all you need. You get your monthly salary. You get combat pay when you're on your front. Equipment-wise, you'll get everything you needed, from weapon to personal protective gear.
I'm Solo, I'm from Australia. I'm a soldier, also a specialised grenadier. I come from a small country town. Grew up doing earth moving and mining in Australia. Before I come here, I kept it pretty quiet and waited till I got to Ukraine and then done some networking. Got in contact with a friend in America who was a Marine and put me on to a person who I'm grateful for, put me onto my team leader bucket. We're a small team of 16. It's been a privilege to fight alongside the Ukrainians. I've always loved Ukraine and they need our support, and I feel deeply for the Ukrainians who are fighting the Russians and all the other International Legion people fighting against the Russians. Well, I wasn't in the military before I come here, but the training I felt was very professional. My primary motivation is to support all my brothers and sisters here from all around the world who are fighting here, as there's not a lot. To work as a team, sticking by each other, being here for the right reasons, and brotherhood. And the other reason is for the Ukrainian people, all the defenceless people who have done nothing wrong against Russia. They need our help. Australia, we need your support. Keep supporting Ukraine. We're in desperate need. Ukrainians, I feel privileged to be here beside you. You're a beautiful country, beautiful people, and I'll be here as long as it takes.
My call sign is Jerry. I'm from New Zealand. I was a mechanic before I came to Ukraine. So before I came to the Legion, I was in Kazakh in a different unit. Then I came to the Legion as a combat medic. Coming to the Legion, it's definitely a breath of fresh air. It's very professional. It's made with very good command. Well looked after, well-planned missions, well-resourced. It's always very inspiring when you're working next to and fighting next to fellow Ukrainians and other different units. Communication's always a big barrier, but you always find a way. Fighting against Russians, it changed throughout the entire war since the start. It looks a lot different than it does a year ago. Drones are a massive thing now. I think the Russians have got that sort of edge on us, but it keeps their heads down with FPVs and artillery, but I think we still have the edge on them in terms of our soldiering skills and our will to fight. Training for the Legion is short, sweet and simple, but very professional. Obviously it's a wartime type training, so it's a needs must. The type of soldiers that suit it is anybody who's willing and has the right expectations. You know, you can be non-prior ex-military or you can have extensive military history. It's all about what your expectations are of coming here. You know, this isn't the last 20 years of GWAT, this isn't counterinsurgency, it's not peacekeeping, this is near-peer conflict. You need to be aware that this isn't going to be like your previous combat deployments. But if you have the right mindset, you're a good person in general, you'll fit in with most teams and you'll do well. My main motivation for coming here was to help people. I started out in Kazakh, trained up as a medic, wanted to help people, but throughout the war just decided I wanted to do more to help with the war effort itself. So the Ukrainians themselves, with their own fighting spirit, is what inspires mine, I'd say. I'd say there's frustrations at times, but you're a very small cog in a very big machine, and that's what you've got to remind yourself of a lot of the time. But other than that, in terms of the will to fight, it never goes away. To the Ukrainians, I'd say don't stop, keep going. I know it doesn't look the greatest now, but there's always ups and there's downs, and we'll push through. It's going to get better and we're going to succeed. The people of my own country, New Zealand, and Australia, get some more support going for people here. It's very well needed, and the rest of the world as well. It's a free, democratic country, only wants the right to its own self-determination, and we, as first world free democratic countries, it's our responsibility to give that support to here. Like nothing we've experienced since World War II, I guess, but I think most people know that now, and unfortunately probably a good look is what's to come. But if we keep fighting now and we stop Russia now, we can prevent that